And we're back with Alira Reaper, the cruel Emperor Cybrixia, former executrix of Erebus, revealer of the ancient secrets. Her father died in a parasitic infection. Let's go cruising through the rules. We need to determine Alira's spouse. That's a 6 and a 2. A distant cousin known for charitable acts. Okay. How do I work with that? We don't have a whole lot of bloodline here to work with. Maybe like one of Elidor's relatives? Beats me. Let's go to the browser, shall we? I've moved the window to be up there. We'll say spouse. Elena. Wife. Elena. I guess I could just have this be spouse category instead. Why not? Sure. Spouse. Elena. Distant cousin known for charitable acts. Distaff. Distaff. Cousin known for charitable. How the fuck did this marriage come about? Alira is... Oh, also, god damn it. Get out of here, Reaper. It's my own personal brain editing. Oh. Stop that. Yeah, Elena. Known for charitable acts. How did these two get married? How did this come about? Was this like... Perhaps Alira is known as the cruel, but she actually wasn't? Perhaps this is Alira's soft spot? Perhaps this was a marriage of... like... convenient? It doesn't get her any power. Maybe she lost a drunken bet? Yeah, we'll say they got married while Alira still ruled Erebus. And the marriage initially came about... Marriage initially occurred... No, I was saying marriage occurred after a drunken wager. Yeah, I like that. Whose idea was it initially? The official historian of the Ravenor, of House Ravenor, cannot say. Is not privy to the particulars. Things happen. Come on, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. It's just, let's keep it moving. All right. Moving along. How many kids y'all got? Gotta roll 2d6 and then subtract 1d6 from it. And remember, In the far-flung future where jump drive technology exists, any combination of genitalia is possible. Who knows how this all happens? It's not the, also not within the historian's purview. 5? Minus 2. 3. 3 kids. Now I gotta fucking name them, son of a bitch. What do you mean I didn't have names ready? Why don't we just copy these cells? Like that? Oh yeah, look at that. I did copy. Whatever. Whoop. Great. Alright, so what are these kids being named? We'll have the heir, the favorite child at the top as we did last time. And we will say these kids be named Miriam. We'll name this second child Paul. We'll name this third child Vargas. Okay. Miriam, Paul, and Vargas, with Miriam being the favorite. The age doesn't matter. The eldest is not inheriting. It's when Alira and Elena decide is the best, the coolest. Great. 3 kids. Yippee. And if they hadn't had any kids, we would have figured out, we would have figured something else out. Because per the rules of the game, this shit's got to keep moving to, like, the next generation. So if an emperor dies without leaving an immediate heir, the throne passes on to the children of the emperor's own siblings, following the same rules. However, per the game rules, I don't think I'm meant to keep track of, like if I get, 5 emperors down the line here, and then I run out, and I also have, no siblings of the current emperor, I'm not meant to, go, the second cousin thrice removed because Ted had, Ted continued with progeny. I think it ends there. I think it does. Or maybe I'll say it doesn't end there, because it's my story I'm telling. Fuck you. Okay. Anyway. We determine child count. Yippee. We have events to determine? Let's see how many events that we're going to be getting here. We roll 1d6, not 2. And we're still falling. Yeah. Okay. And we'll have, more material to work with here now that we actually have some establishment of what Clovis, achieved, of what he conquered. Not just the Empire, not just the homeworld, but the secrets of Erebus, and then struggled to retain control over his nascent empire. How many events we got? 2. 2 whole events. Let's start tracking that in the browser. Whoop. We'll start coloring them like this. This will end up being the death event, I'm sure. So we'll just copy and put that there. Event 1 of 2. Alright, let's actually see what the hell that event is going to be, huh? Go back to the fall section. I would prefer not having a repeat, if only so that my creative juices are not taxed. That would be swell. I might re-roll. Maybe I'll just pick something and get the fuck out of Fallen. That'd be great. Alira Ravenor, the Cruel. We're beginning in a rough situation. Her dad was having some problems with the overcommitment and all. We have a 2 and a 3. A foreign power having amassed great fleet demand tribute lest they attack. Are we in a position to defend our borders? Abso-fucking-lutely not. One moment. Well, here we are. A foreign power having amassed great fleet demand tribute lest they attack. Are we in a position to defend our borders? Shortly after the Emperor's crowning upon the homeworld, the Orion Collective, that's what I'm calling them, I guess, demanded threatened to crush the empire weakened in its fall unless paid unless they received unless they received the blueprints to create navigators. And materials with schematics and materials and schematics and schematics to create navigators. The Emperor begrudgingly caved to their demands. The OC's demands. While cursing her father for leaving the homeworld leaving Cybrixia in such a dilapidated state. She vowed to avenge that her family would avenge this slight of honor. She vowed her family. Why don't we just take that out there? She vowed her family would avenge the slight of honor. Okay. Well, maybe that happens in the second event. Maybe it fucking doesn't. Let's find out, shall we? We're still in fall. I'm not talking about a season. Nope, get back in my hand, damn you. I said you get back in my hand. Don't you go running around where you're not meant to. Okay, that was gonna be a 5 and then became a 1. Fine. The leader of a foreign power demands the Emperor's heir marry his own, forcing us to become a vassal. Can we stand against them? Well, the leader of a foreign power demands the Emperor's hair? Yes, hair. Very good, Grimith. Marry his own, forcing us to become a vassal. Can we stand against them? Well, I think the answer to that question, particularly based upon the Cruel is, we're gonna have to. Particularly after the vow to avenge the slight of honor, it's gonna be the Orion Collective coming back. Yeah. You know, one of those things where you demand tribute, and the other side caves, and then you demand more tribute. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. The Orion Collective was appeased by the... was only momentarily appeased? Was only momentarily appeased by receiving the secrecy, by learning how to create navigators. Was not... the Orion Collective was not... pressed their demands further upon the Emperor and insisted their heir, Miriam, wed the OC's heir in a patrilineal marriage. Patrilineal marriage. Or some shit. At this, the Emperor became furious. And... the OC's ambassador, entire embassy, she obliterated every OC embassy and put to the sword every ambassador and OC official, OC dignitary, and dignitary. And obliterated. Why don't we change that sentence structure? And obliterated. Obliterating every OC... Why don't we just take out the whole embassy thing and put every OC ambassador and dignitary, put to the sword every OC ambassador and dignitary. I like how the OC is now a thing. Like, yeah, that's a thing that we do. Yeah, why not? Fuck it. This is Miriam wed the OC's heir in a patrilineal marriage. At this, the Emperor became furious and put to the sword every OC ambassador and dignitary. War, hot war, soon erupted between the two factions. A war which is as of yet undecided. And perhaps this is where Alira's cruelty has come in, compensating for positional and technological disadvantages. and probably tactical disadvantages as well, given the great distances, through mass application of manpower. Okay. Yeah, we didn't spend as much time with Alira here as we did with Clovis, but such is the way of things. That's how it goes. Maybe she died in battle. Whomst amongst us can say. Grab that die there. Let's flip back to the game rules. We're still not in collapse. Our bloodline has not accrued any of those numbers. Yeah. Just wanted to make sure they didn't come up in any other way. So, let's die. Aha, I get it, because I'm also rolling dice. Ah, it's so funny. 4 and 1. In an attack by Separatists? Okay. In an attack by Separatists. Why don't we... Died in an attack by Separatists. The fuck do I do with that? I mean, died in an attack by Separatists. Maybe this, like, goes in from, like, folks who are following the philosophy of the... Folks, the philosophy of the ancients. Sure, that's what the fuck we'll call it. Let's see here. The philosophy of the ancients. Continued to gain potency in the decades since Alira first set foot on Erebus. The Emperor first set foot on Erebus. Their cult-ish followers? How... So she died. Was it like... poison? Was it like a surprise? Aha, got you? Was it like a bomb? Was it like an orbital strike? Was it while she was in transit? Did they turn her... Ooh, okay. After many years of fruitless war, the OC, the Orion Collective, leveraged a connection they had with a militant faction known as the Philosophers of the Ancients. What a pretentious fucking name. These philosophers poisoned the Emperor's personal navigator and placed one of their agents in his place. When the Emperor boarded her... Why don't we... Emperor's navigator. Her personal cruiser to travel to Erebus the ancient, or the agent, sent them all into the homeworld's sun. Sent the vessel to the homeworld's sun. Okay. It's pretty fucking brutal. Yeah, alright. After many years of fruitless war, the Orion Collective leveraged a connection they had with a militant faction known as the Philosophers of the Ancients. These philosophers poisoned the Emperor's navigator and placed one of their agents. Maybe I should just say replaced the Emperor's navigator with one of their agents. Navigator with one of their agents. With a devoted agent. When the Emperor boarded her personal cruiser and traveled to Erebus, the agent sent the vessel into the homeworld sun. From when the Emperor next boarded her personal cruiser, the agent sent the vessel into the homeworld sun. Okay. And that's how she died in an attack by separatists. It makes sense, given her cruelty and the actions of the past decades, that at least one separatist faction would form, and these people have a solid, chunk of popularity and influence given the devoted commitment the Empire's citizens have to following the secrets and moralities of a civilization not their own. Well, Emperor's dead. The Empress. Long live the next Empress, Miriam, managing to avoid a forced marriage and becoming the vassal of the Orion Collective, though perhaps that was the best course of action. We don't know yet. We don't know. But Alira is known as the Cruel. How will Miriam be known to centuries in the future? What will the historical record say about her? We begin 5 and 2. We begin with the Builder. Maybe Miriam can bring the Empire back from darkness.